Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third party review. Thanks to the team over at Shozy. Today we're taking a look at the kind of combined team of Ocular Max to form their Defensor. I have their blades here, which is the PS22. It's the last one I've been waiting for. I thought I'd get them all out. We'll see how they look in bot mode, see how they compare with other combiners, and then I'll get them transformed up into combined mode and we'll take a look at Defensor as a whole. Now, I'm not going to be going through step-by-step transformations because I know that Paik has already done really detailed, really easy to follow transformations, and no doubt MGo's probably done some amazing ones out there as well. As usual, I am a little bit late to the party on these, but I will just show you how they look with other bots, do some comparisons, and then we'll see how he fares as a combiner. Before we take a look at the rest of the line, let's just take a quick look at blades. He comes with a couple of different faceplates to switch out, and he also has a couple of different faceplates to replace grooves as well. And of course he comes with his pistol, and he comes with these two cannons. Looks really good. It's one of my favorites to look at. The only one I'm not really that keen on is their hotspot. I think they've done an amazing job with all of their smaller bots, but hotspot to me looks too bulky, I guess. He looks too hench. I think X-Transbot, from what I can see, have kind of pulled that look off better. So if I'm going to have these in bot mode as well, I may, if I can get a hold of a second set. Or do I get the X-Trans? No, I think I prefer the scale of most of these bots, I think, for their bot mode. But I think maybe I'll get X-Trans hotspot for his bot mode. Then I'll have all of these combined up. But it's really nice, really good, decent looking piece. Let's bring those others in. Now, please don't get me wrong. I honestly do love how all of these look. They are all exceptionally good value for money as well. First aid and blades, I think, are my favorites. I don't know, the first aid especially, is something about that look. Again, X-Transbots have pulled off a really good first aid. He's actually taller than this guy, but I just love how these all look. But I think Hotspot just looks a little bit out of place. He looks far more like his toy counterpart than he does his animation counterpart. Got that big bulk and heft. I mean, especially if you bring in some of the other kind of torso bots, I guess, you'll see that he really is a huge chunk of a bot, which does kind of look slightly off if you're displaying them in the bot modes. Now we have Magic Square, then we have Fans Toys, and we've got some DX9 over here, just to give you an example. Now, the argument is, and it's a very valid argument, that when Ocular Max do these, their torso bot has everything needed for that combination. These, in essence, are just fold up inside a giant shell. So they can afford to be more cartoon accurate because they don't have to worry about having all of those built-in combiner parts. If we bring in the likes of the Ocular Max Onslaught, for example, now he's very much in keeping with that same kind of principle. He's a built-in bot. Everything is there ready for the combination. Now, when I get the rest of these as well, I intend to have him done up in his toy form as well, and they'll kind of get a toy form of Bruticus. You get that idea. These bigger, bulkier box, I don't think necessarily work in the Toon-like display. The Limbots definitely do. But yeah, I think possibly. Actually, in fact, I know it. As much as I love this hotspot, X-Trans, their bot mode, is definitely going to be way more in keeping with what we've got from these other lines. And I know this isn't all of Season 3. I have my Season 3s mixed up with my Season 4s at the moment. And in fact, I'll probably have Defensor displayed with my Season 2s, just because that's where I have Superion at the moment. And I want to kind of equal up my display, but it gives you an idea of how they all fare with the rest of that kind of MP line. We've got a mixture in here: Fans Toys, Takara, MMC, X-Transbot, and some knockoffs as well. There's a fair bit going on in here, but as you can see, I just think Hotspot just looks a little bit out of sorts. What do you think? Right, we'll get around to chopping this guy up and turning him into Defensor. Transformers will be right back after these messages. If you find these videos useful, why not head over to Showzy or Gundamit using the link in the description below. Before you make that purchase, head up to the top of the page on the Support Your Favourite Reviewer tab and type in Benz. That'll help support the channel and keep these reviews coming. And here we have him fully combined up. Some of those bits were definitely easier to combine than others. The legs were definitely a lot easier than the arms. But it's a good looking piece. I mean, that's a good looking Defensor. The torso bot, hotspot, makes an amazing torso. I love how they've done that. He is somewhat short though. If I bring in the likes of Superion from Zeta to give you an idea, I mean, other than the fact that my Superion's incredibly dusty, he also towers over Defensor, which is a tad unfortunate, but there is a fix for that. Sean Middlebrook is making an upgrade kit to basically give Defensor some shoes, and it adjusts his hips with some hip skirts as well, giving kind of a lengthened torso, bringing it nigh up to this height, which is much more kind of in keeping, I would say. Not that there's anything wrong with this. I mean, this does look really nice. I love the proportions on it. But at the same time, I do like my combiners, all that kind of 18, kind of 19-inch height. And unfortunately, Defensor's just not quite there. In terms of sculpt, though, that is sensational. He looks fabulous, doesn't he? Not without his flaws, but my goodness me. Considering everything is all in, he did a remarkable job. Here we go, to give you an idea. I brought in some Season 3 and a couple of Season 2 bots in there as well, just to kind of give you that idea. I just think he does need to be a little bit bigger, but the look is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Fantastic piece of kit. Every figure he's made remarkably well. They all look the part, and yeah, he's good. He cleans up. There's a really clean back to him. He's exactly what you would want from your Defensor. It's just me being an MP scale collector. He doesn't quite scale as well as I'd like him to. But that being said, look at him. He is a fantastic piece of kit. Absolutely adore what Ocular Max, aka MMC, what they do with these figures. The fact that they can have everything intertwined within the figure, it's remarkable. A remarkable piece of engineering. But there you go. There he is. Thought I'd give you all a good look. Sean's kit should be en route to me. As soon as that comes in, we should do some before and afters and how to install. And then we'll do a quick comparison of how he fares with those new upgrades on and see how much better he looks around his brethren. But until then, thank you all so much for taking the time out of your busy lives to watch my content. Until next time, for myself and the rest of the Collectibles household, thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.